Hi friends, so today we're just going to continue on our multi-step story problems like we did on Tuesday. And so we still have the same standard. We're still solving multi-step word problems using all four of our operations. Sometimes we use more than one operation. So our I can statement's the same, being able to determine what operation you need to use to solve the story problem, sometimes more than one, and then being able to solve all kinds of different story problems no matter what operation you're asked to use. Keywords again are really important. Like I said, being able to find those keywords, and they tell you a lot about like if you should be adding or subtracting or even multiplying or dividing. And so, like I said, there's that resource on our Google Classroom. If you need help finding it, shoot me an email or let me know some way and I can help you, because that's really helpful. I just don't put it on the screen because it gets to be so small and you wouldn't really be able to see it anyways, okay? So same steps that I had as our assignment on Tuesday. So just reading the problem to yourself slowly, sentence by sentence, being able to describe what is happening in your own words. And so just truly, like I have at the bottom, just truly making sense of that question. We talked a lot about that in the classroom, is that's great if you can read it and solve it. You really need to make sense. Like, what's going on? What am I asked to do? What am I asked to solve? What do I already know? What do I need to know? Those kinds of things, making a plan. And so last time for our lesson, we did a problem on Spider-Man. So this time we're going to do a different type of problem, and it'll be over a couple slides. So it'll kind of look a lot similar to the one on Tuesday if you did that one. So M&Ms to share. So it says Melissa and her 7 friends love to eat M&Ms. So think about a group of girls love to eat M&Ms. They have a 7-ounce bag of M&Ms to share after school. Okay, so they love M&Ms. They want to eat them. So one of the things that you have to think of is, like, what do you notice? How many girls are there that are going to be sharing this 7-ounce bag? And a lot of us quickly would look at this and say 7 because it says 7 friends. Yes, but how many? Melissa has 7 friends, but is Melissa also going to be sharing that bag of M&Ms? Yeah, she is. So you can't always just directly look at the numbers and just say, oh, it's 7. Because in this instance, you would be wrong. It's actually 8 because you need to include Melissa in on eating these M&Ms. So throughout this story problem over the next couple of slides, you need to be thinking to yourself that there's 8 people, including Melissa, that want to share this bag of M&Ms. Okay, so there's going to be 8 people, not 7. Okay. All right. So maybe you're thinking about, like, well, I wonder how many each of them get. But before we solve how many each of them get, we probably need to know how many are in the bag, right? Because it says that there's a 7-ounce bag. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many M&Ms are in a 7-ounce bag. Okay, so we're gonna find that out. So same thing. First part's the same. Melissa and her 7 friends love to eat M&Ms. They have that 7-ounce bag that they're going to share. Now it tells us how many M&Ms are in that bag. It says if there are 210 M&Ms in the bag, how many M&Ms will each person receive? Okay, so what we're going to need to do is you need to think to yourself, well, what operation am I going to use? Would I add? Would it make sense if I did 8 plus 210? That would be 218. Would it make sense to have 218? No, right? Each person's not going to get 218 if there's only 210 to begin with, right? You could subtract it, same thing, but 202, no, there's no way they're all going to get that many, okay? If you multiply, would multiplying be probably a good idea? No, because you're going to get way more than what you started with, and we're trying to figure out something smaller, okay? So you're going to want to divide in this instance, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to do 210, because that's how many M&Ms there are, and we are going to divide that by how many people there are. Now, you're not dividing by 7, you're dividing by 8, because it's Melissa along with her 7 friends, so it's 8, okay? So to do division, we set up our box. I'm making mine a little bit bigger because how many boxes am I going to have? We have 3 because it's a 3-digit number, okay? So my 8 goes here, and then because we're dividing, our numbers are going to get smaller. My number's going to be smaller. Numbers go on the inside, okay? Just like that. Now, other thing is that you are going to want to write out your multiples of 8, Okay, so it would be like 8 and 16, 24. You could keep going, and we'll see once we kind of get going if we need to do more than that. And some of us might not need to do our multiples, okay? So think to yourself, can 8 go into 2? 8 to go into 2? No, okay? So you're gonna put a 0, can't go in there. And then 2 minus 0 is 2, okay? So that 2 goes up here. Now it's 21, okay? So we think to ourselves, how many times can 8 go into 21? So does 8 work? Yep. Does 16 work? Yep. Does 24? No. Okay, so it can only go in there twice. Okay. And then, because it goes in there twice, the last number we circled was 16. So 21 minus 16 equals 5. Okay, bring that up. This will be going to 50, right? That'll, instead of a 0, that'll become a 50. So we need to keep going, okay? So 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40, 48, and 56, okay? Okay, so we go through, 8 works, 16 works, can 24 go into 50? Yes, that can. Can 32 go into 50? Yes. Can 40 go into 50? Yes. Can 48 go into 50? Yes. Can 56? No. So you stop. Okay, so how many times can 8 go into 50? So you count how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, because 8 times 6 is 48. Well, look at that. 48 is the last number we circled. So 50 minus 48 is 2. Okay, super important right here. Talked about that a lot. That number I circled, 2, what is that? That is a remainder. Okay, talked about that a lot. So our answer is not just 26, and our answer is not just 2. Okay, 26, remainder 2. Now, try to make sense of that for a second. Think that to yourself. Each friend gets 26, remainder 2. What does that mean? Well, that means the 26 means each friend, including Melissa, is going to get 26 M&Ms. But there's going to be 2 M&Ms left over. Okay? So each person gets 26. There's going to be 2 left over. Okay? All right. Okay, so next question. This is kind of just like a, I don't know, challenge problem, if you want to call it. So it says Melissa went to Costco with her mother. Costco sold a box of M&Ms, which included 3 7-ounce bags of M&Ms. Now, if you remember, each of those 7-ounce bags contains 210 M&Ms. If Melissa wanted to share this box, that box including 3 bags of M&Ms, instead of just the 1 that we figured out before with her 7 friends, how many M&M pieces would each friend get to eat? Okay. So what we can do is there's going to be 2 steps to this. So the first step is we need to figure out, well, how many M&Ms are there? Because we know that there's 210 M&Ms for 1 bag. Well, how many bags do we have? We have 3. So we need to figure out, well, how many total M&Ms first? So we would do 3 times our 210. Okay. So I'm going to set up my box. It's going to be 3 because it's 3 digits, so 3. And then now our numbers are on the outside, and we actually have to write them out. So 200 and a 10, and then there's a 0. Okay. So 3 times 200, that's a lot. So what's 3 times 2? 6. And then put on your 2 placeholders. So it's 600. Okay. 3 times 10 is 30. You also could have done 3 times 1, add your 0 placeholder. 3 times 0 is 0, not 3. 0. Anything times 0 is 0. Okay. So there's going to be 630 M&Ms. Okay. So 610 M&Ms. How many people are sharing those 610 M&Ms? 8, because it's Melissa and her 7 friends. Once again, it's 8. Okay, so you're going to end up doing 610 divided by 8. Okay, so now you're going to do the same thing we did on the last problem. This will tell you how many each friend gets. Okay, so 8. I'm not going to write my multiples this time just because we did it last time and I kind of want to save you some time. So if you're doing it on your own, I think it would be good practice for you. I don't need to write my multiples because I already know them in my mind, okay? Or in my head. So, okay, 8 going to 6? No. Okay, so 0, 6 minus 0, okay, is 6. Okay, all right, so now this will become 61. So now I'm thinking to myself, how many times can 8 go into 61? Well, I know in my mind 8 times 8 is 64. Well, 64 is more than 61, so I'm like, I can't do 8 times 8. So what's 8 times 7? That's 56, okay? So 7 would be the closest I can do. So 8 times 7 is 56, okay? But if you wrote it out and did it that way, that's another way to think about it. So 61 minus 56 is going to be 5, okay? I'm just doing it for time's sake. This will come over and become a 50. So you think to yourself, okay, so how many times can 8 go into 50? Well, I know 8 times 5 is 40. So I'm thinking, can I go one more? 8 times 6 is 48. Can still do that. 8 times 7 is 56. I can't do that because that goes over the 50. Okay, so it's going to be 8 times 6, which is 48. Okay, the remainder of 2, super important, remainder of 2. Okay, so each friend is going to get 76, and there's going to be a remainder of 2 M&Ms left over. Okay, so notice in a problem like this, we had to multiply and then we had to divide. So in the first problem, when we did it on Tuesday, it was, what was it? It was strictly just adding, and then at the end we had to subtract. This time in one problem, we had to multiply and then we had to divide. Okay? All right, so I'll show you the assignment. You're going to get onto Excel. Okay? And then I already have it linked in the Google Classroom for you. You're going to be doing multi-step story problems again. Reminder, I can see who does get on IXL. I get to see that. So you're not fooling anyone if you do this video and you don't do the IXL. I can see exactly who does it, how many problems you did, how much time you spent on it, how well you did, how many you got right, how many you got wrong, okay? So please take your time on it. It's super important. Although this video is important, doing practice problems on your own is also very important, okay? All right, thanks guys.